Hello there, welcome to Inquiring Minds. My name is Doug and I'm back with another fountain pen review. I was chatting with Tom Odo of Gold Spot Pens about getting the new Magna Carta 650 to review. He said that Magna Carta was redesigning the ebonite feed for that huge number 8 size nib and they wouldn't be available until later in the summer. But he did ask if I might be interested in reviewing the new Sailor Tuzu in the meantime. Well, here it is. This is Sailor's entry-level fountain pen, and like many entry-level fountain pens, the pen designers feel the beginner needs training wheels, so they make the sections of the pens with a triangular grip. More specifically, they put 2 flat spots on the top of the section to promote a tripod style or proper grip. Perhaps picking up on some of the derision heaped on triangular grips by people like me, Sailor has made the grip of the Tuzu adjustable. I was anxious to find out just what an adjustable triangular grip might be like. So let's take a look at it right now. The Tuzu comes in this box. Tuzu Adjust. Effortless and endless writing pleasure at your own nib angle. Rotating nib feature. This is a medium. More information about the rotating grip. Made in Japan. And it comes with 2 Sailor black cartridges and this pamphlet in Japanese and English, and it instructs you on how to adjust the adjustable rotating section and shows you the slide type sealing feature inside the cap, and it comes with a limited 1-year warranty from Sailor. I'll show the parts and features of this pen, show some size comparisons and measurements, and then provide a writing sample. After the writing sample, stay tuned as I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like so much about this fountain pen. Let's get to the question at hand. How does this adjustable triangular grip work? It's actually very simple. Just remove the barrel, turn this chrome ring down to the bottom, slip the section down and turn it in any one of the 10-degree increments. Then turn the ring back up again, replace the barrel, and you're ready to write. Just that quick and easy. And what does that rotating section do for your grip? Well, for mine, nothing at all, because I'm old, you see. And when I was in school, back in the day when we walked uphill to school both ways, and as I used to say to my dad, back in the covered wagon days, we were taught to hold our pens and pencils properly. That is, with a dynamic tripod grip, like that. Of course, without the guitar fingernails, which are gross. You'll forgive me, I want to play guitar. So if you don't hold your grip in the classic tripod manner, you're doing it wrong.
Why are they all honking?
Because you're doing it wrong.
Tell me I'm doing it wrong. I know how to do this.
You're doing it wrong.
And if you're doing it wrong, perhaps you'll benefit from the adjustable training wheels on the Sailor Tuzu. The Tuzu might be an advantage for those of you who use the Vulcan Death Grip.
I instinctively used the Vulcan Death Grip.
Captain is dead.
Like this, which we scientists call the lateral tripod grip, or the lateral quadrupod grip, like this. It also may be advantageous for left-handed writers who are either ink smearers, who write and run their hand right across the page smearing the ink.
Sign, please.
Or contortionists with the curling overhand upside down lateral reverse grip, or the COUDLRG. Now back in the day, lefties would be taught to write correctly with their right hands, either with the religious approach, which is a good sharp rap on the left knuckles with a yardstick by a compassionate sister of mercy, or by the more tried and true method of exorcism to drive the sinister left-handedness out of the unfortunate individual. Of course, I jest, so please don't send your rude comments to P.O. Box 666, Sweetwater, Alberta, as your illegible scribbles will be returned unopened. Thank goodness we live in a much more tolerant society now, and the weird and the left-handed are allowed to smear as much ink as they like. and Sailor has stepped up and provided a way for the weird and the left-handed to adjust the angle of the nib to the page in 10-degree increments all the way around. Seriously though, this does nothing for me because I hold a pen properly.
Well, isn't that special?
But look what you can do with this pen. You can turn that grip all the way around so it's backwards. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know. But it's possible. Of course, you can do that easily with a pen that just has a round section. So the adjustable angle section might be most useful for those with the death grip, as you can move those flatted angles to line up with the placement of your index and middle fingers. So let's take a look at how the Tuzu stacks up against the other entry-level fountain pens. Here are 3 from Pilot, the Concerto, the Metropolitan, and the Explorer, and 3 from Platinum, the Preppy, the Profante, and the Plaisir. And here is the most famous triangle grip of them all, the Lamy Safari. Let's post them here. And the Sailor most closely resembles the Safari because the nib is similar in design. Even Pelican has an entry-level pen with a triangular grip. Here is the Pelican Twist. Other than the twist, the Sailor is a lot thicker than these other pens. This might help those who haven't fully developed their fine motor skills. It's like a big fat crayon. It's very reminiscent in shape to the Schaefer Pop. Here's a Schaefer Pop, and you can see it's a nice big thick pen for immature grips and immature hands. Overall, as I said, it is thick but a normal length. It's as long as the Metropolitan but quite a bit thicker. And the Sailor is much lighter. It weighs about 21 grams altogether. The Tuzu is made of injection molded plastic that feels very brittle. It's almost like polystyrene. And the edges here are rather sharp, and rather than being rolled over to be smoother. From the top, we see the flat top finial that has a deep groove circle that hides the top of the bolt that holds the sliding cap seal, as we'll see in a second. It also holds the clip in place. The clip extends from the cap, and then the metal is sheathed in plastic. And this plastic is much softer than the plastic of the cap or the barrel. It's smooth to the touch, and the clip is very springy and very, very usable. The cap tapers up slightly to the very slight separation between the cap and the barrel, and then the barrel tapers down again to the flat end finial that matches the top finial. The back of the cap has the Sailor logo and Sailor silk screened onto it. The cap snaps off to reveal the triangular grip and the steel Lamy style medium nib. Calling these grips triangular is a bit of a misnomer, as they really aren't triangles. Let's look at the classic example of the Lamy Safari. You can see that the section is not really a triangle. It's a circle that has 2 flats carved into it. I think the misusage has come from the fact that this type of grip supports a tripod grip, or tries to promote the tripod grip. Tripod, triangle, it's an easy mistake. The Tuzu has the same shape with 2 flats right here, and the rest of the section is circular. And of course there's that chrome ring right there that allows you to adjust the angle of that section. The front of the section has this exaggerated hourglass shape, which is part of the cap sealing mechanism. Let's look inside the cap. You can see that nut and bolt that hold the top finial and the clip together and the cap seal. What you can't see is that seal is on a spring. It bounces up and down and engages with the section to seal the pen from drying out. This is very similar to the Platinum slip and seal mechanism that you can see working right there through this transparent Profante. And that slip and seal exists on everything from the Preppy all the way up to the 3776 Platinum. I think this Tuzu is positioned to go head to head with the Platinum Procyon actually, although the Procyon is a much more solidly built pen than this. I've never held a Procyon, but those of you who have, let me know what you think. Let's take a closer look at this nib. As I said, it's in the Lamy style, where the nib slides onto rails of that black plastic feed. The section unscrews to reveal the included Sailor converter. It's good that Sailor has provided a converter free of charge, as other similar companies do not provide converters even for some of their most expensive pens. I'm not saying any names, but their initials are Platinum. The converter and the cartridges are proprietary to Sailor. And that barrel looks to be one solid injection molded piece. So if you were interested in eyedroppering this, you might give it a try, but those threads are designed for adjusting that section and not for keeping ink from seeping out. So they're really large and chunky. I doubt that would hold ink and you'd get seepage out of that seam. But give it a try and let me know what kind of a mess you've gotten yourself into. The cap posts deeply and securely, and even though the pen becomes a little bit long, the cap weighs almost nothing, so it doesn't backweight the pen at all. Unposted, the pen is very comfortable in the hand to write with. Nice and thick in the section and in the barrel. And a nice positive click. The Sailor Tuzu comes in 5 colors: black, gray, red, navy, and light green. Now let's look at some size comparisons. And here is the Sailor Tuzu with a Schaefer Pop, a Lamy Safari, a Pilot Explorer, and a Platinum Plaisir. Now let's look at them posted. And here they are posted. You can see that the Plaisir is the most compact of the group. Now let's look at them unposted. And here they are unposted. Now let's look at some measurements, and I'll be back with a writing sample. And we're back with the writing portion of the review. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper, and this is the Sailor Tuzu. And it has a medium steel nib. Let's check the wetness. It's not very wet, and you might be able to hear there's a good deal of feedback. It's not scratchy, but you can certainly feel that pencil-like feedback on the paper. And the ink is one of the nicest smelling inks I've ever used. It's a KWZ, or Z, Azure Blue number 5. It smells like vanilla. Might not be vanilla. It's a sweet smell anyway. I'm writing with this and I forget what the ink is and I go, what's that? I feel like eating chocolate or something. It's very sweet. And it's a line variation. No, this is a very stiff steel nib. And the line this nib makes is a 0.4 millimeters, which is a Western extra fine or a Japanese, and it is a Japanese nib, fine. So the fact that it's marked a medium doesn't seem to matter because it is in fact an Asian fine nib. And for our quote. And for some reverse writing, well, that's interesting. It's a little bit drier. It's about the same thickness, but it's very smooth. Well, let's do this. There. I've got my normal grip, and I've improved the pen 100%. Very smooth. Wow, I like that. So it's convertible. And for some quick writing. Actually, no issues with that feed keeping up. So what do I like and what do I not like about this fountain pen? I'm not sure a $44 US pen can be considered entry level. And although the adjustable section is an interesting bit of engineering, the rest of the pen just feels rather cheap to me. The plastic feels a little brittle and scratches easily. I'm not sure the pen is priced appropriately for what you're getting here. Here's a spreadsheet I made with some typical entry-level fountain pens sorted by price from low to high. You can see that the Tuzu comes in as the most expensive on the list. If you are needing something to help with your non-standard pen grip, then the Sailor Tuzu might be something you should look into trying. Otherwise, my recommendation for a starter fountain pen remains the Pilot Explorer. It is a well-built, sturdy fountain pen with a slip cap, a great clip, it posts well, it's light, And the best two features of the Explorer are the interchangeable pilot nibs and the fact that the Explorer will accept the large capacity Con 70 pilot converter. I've got mine outfitted with a pilot medium italic stub nib, and it's awesome. And there you have it. Thanks go out to Tom Odo of Gold Spot Pens for providing this very interesting fountain pen for review. Thanks, Tom. Where's the Magna Carta? If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And you can join as a member of my channel for only 99 cents a month, and I guarantee I'll answer your comments in the comment section, and you'll get cool emojis, badges, sneak peek unboxing videos, as well as instant access to my videos the moment I post them. And that just leaves it for me to say, thank you. For watching. And that's all she wrote.